All right. But speaking of thank yous, thank you to Claudia Scheinbaum for stepping up to the plate and just, pushing back against Donald Trump. It seems it's not just Claudia Scheinbaum, though. Let's be real. It's the car manufacturers that went to Trump and were like, the fuck are you doing, dog? I don't think you understand how the manufacturing works, how the manufacturing of American vehicles works, okay? And they have delayed the tariffs on Mexico once again until April.
Mexico on Monday. Well, those are apparently not happening, at least when it comes to Canada and, to Mexico and not Canada. He is reversing some of them, at least maybe. Frankly, the reason why it's hard for us to describe is because nobody knows what exactly is happening. The president's Commerce Secretary said this morning that he was likely to postpone them for at least a month. But then minutes ago, President Trump said that they are going to delay those tariffs for Mexico, but not Canada. Washington, Wall Street, and Main Street have a lot riding on this. Everybody is extremely confused. Maybe Jeff Zeleny is not one of those people. Jeff, you're standing outside the White House. You're on the North Lawn. Can you give us any sense of what all this means?
Well, Dana, if there's any question of why the market has been so confused and rattled in recent days, I think the events of the last really hour sum it up quite perfectly, and certainly of the last month. The president often threatens tariffs. This time he went through with tariffs, and now we are learning that he is pulling back those tariffs. Let's start with Mexico. President Trump this morning had a call with Mexican President Claudia Scheinbaum. He reported out a little bit of what they said, and in that, he said he is lifting the Mexico tariffs for at least a month. Let's take a look at his rationale as he explained it on social media. He said, "I did this as an accommodation and out of respect for President Scheinbaum. Our relationship has been a very good one, and we are working hard together." He goes on to say to stop undocumented immigrants and fentanyl. Then he also is using this to contrast his conversation yesterday with...
I'm going to tell you something. What's even crazier about what's going on here? Yeah, why are we watching ONN? Oh, this is CNN. Yeah, it's straight up One America News Network everywhere. New York Times, Michael Barbaro did a daily podcast about not the tariffs necessarily, but a little bit about the tariffs as well. And like Trump's actions against like fentanyl manufacturers in Mexico and the cartel, and how it's got the Mexican government shaking in its boots and it's got the cartel shaking in its boots. Like they straight up did a glaze piece on Donald Trump. It was one of the most shocking pieces of pro-regime propaganda I've seen from the New York Times in quite a bit. I mean, it was like Joe Brandon, his mental faculties are actually an order level of glazing.